and just talk a little bit about maybe the story of NMaker and Rogue Galaxies and NMaker games, and how it has all evolved while watching this nice gameplay here. So for the ones that don't know, when we first started NMaker, we were all extremely excited, of course, about the opportunity of having Web3 in video games, and we still are. Video games are, a way to onboard the masses. They're fun, they're great, they're perfect use cases for NFTs because there's not a lot of regulation that you have to think about. It's not like real estate or any of these like difficult use cases, but instead it's just an entertainment piece where you can actually say, okay, look, here we can do something with NFTs and with Web3, and we can actually make the life of the players better. And that's why we wanted to get into gaming very early on. And so what we did is we said, okay, let's build a game ourselves. Let's build Rogue Galaxies. I have these good friends, Eve and Robin, and Peter, of course, who was there with us at the beginning of NMaker. And we've known each other for a few years. And then I came to them and said, okay, look, do you want to build a video game with us? And then we set out to do. And actually, the first video game that we built was not Rogue Galaxies, but it was the Ada Ninjas game. So the Ada Ninjas, or now Danketsu video game, where it's like a top-down hack and slash, which is really cool, and which is actually one of the first video games that were ever out there on Cardano, which were playable and actually of high quality. And then we said, okay, what's the next adventure? What we really want to achieve? And we said, okay, Rogue Galaxies could be the thing. Let's build a game that is actually just like the dream game, like a sci-fi MMO RPG. Let's make the vision really big, and let's go on this journey together with the community to create something which is typically not that easily achievable with non AAA publishers. And to do so, we set up a company. We brought everyone on board. We put some funding in from NMaker's side. We launched an NFT collection, and then we realized, okay, no one really cares about the game anymore because we've been kind of into the bear market already. There's not a lot of hype going on at the moment, and basically the collection didn't sell out, not at all. It didn't even sell out like 30%, I think. And then we were standing there and saying, okay, this is really a problem for us because, of course, the vision of Rogue Galaxies is huge, and we want to build this amazing game, and we can't deliver this like huge game with the funding that we've got from NMaker, of course, but also with the funds from the NFT sale. If no NFTs get sold, you don't have any ADA to pay anyone. And then we said, okay, let's cut down the scope of the game a little bit because we have this amazing team and we are able to build something really cool. And let's build a vertical slice of the game to really capture the atmosphere, capture the plan and what it could be in the future, and make sure that people understand what we want to achieve with it. And that's what we've done. We've put more of our own capital into it, and we've built this vertical slice that you can see here on the screen right now of Rogue Galaxies. And basically, you can play it, you can fly around in a spaceship, you can go through quests, you see like multiple different things there. And we're going to release that very soon. So we're going to release that actually this week. And you can call me up on, or what do you call it in English? I don't know, actually. You can nail me down on this number. Like this week, we're going to release Rogue Galaxies, the vertical slice, available to all holders of Rogue Galaxies NFTs. I've already played it. I have to say it's really impressive. I mean, you can see here in the gameplay video for yourself. It's really just super high quality. You can fly around, you can shoot, you can go to a space, what do you call it? Like the ISS basically. And Space station, exactly. Yeah. And all this stuff. And I think it really captures the atmosphere of what we want to build. And and then after this, we will see where the journey leads Rogue Galaxies. we're not sure yet, to be honest, because we don't have any more money. We basically put in our own capital to fund it, to get it to the stage, and then we will try to figure out if we can get external funding, maybe to build it on or continue building it, or maybe we are going to wait a little bit until the market conditions are better, and we try another approach with the community. But essentially, now we're at a point where we say, okay, this is good, this is really cool. If you're a holder of the NFTs, I think you will be happy about being able to play this, and then we'll see where the future will lead us basically to. And I've been talking for quite a while now. So Victor, what do you think about what you're seeing here on screen?
Yeah, I mean, I think the graphics look great. Maneuverability looks nice. Looks like it feels nice. I mean, I'm not playing, but the space station is really cool. And you said, is this the one that you can go back inside where your base is? Is this one it?
Yes, this one
That's
is it.
okay.
Yeah.
It looks like he's trying to go back or dock or something. I guess my next question would be, let's say you get funding for whatever the next step is. What is the next step after this version?
So the way the game is structured is we have put it into multiple modules, right? So we have like the space module, which is the one that we're seeing right now, and then we also have the planet modules, and we have the social module. So all of these modules have specific parts of the gameplay to it that are key to making the experience really well. But by splitting them up into these modules, we can basically scope out development in a better way, because we can say, okay, this module is for this specific feature set, and we need to have like a certain skill set of people that we can hire for this specific module, and we can have a clear budget for that, and so on, and then go from module to module. And the original plan was to fund like each modules with the NFTs, and then basically the more we progress, also get external funding and say, okay, we want to actually like scale this up to a large team and keep working on this. And and to basically come to the point, right now we have not finished any of the modules. This one is part of the first module, of the space module. So if we get funding, we would finish the space module and then basically move on to the next module, and then release that iteratively, while also progressing the story in the Discord. We also have a lot of great story and lore already there, and and then launch more NFTs, make the game more accessible by having those NFTs, and just bring more people in progressively until we are at a point where it's actually a great game and everyone wants to play it.
Yeah, so it's interesting. We just got to take it step by step and see where the next part is. I mean, I guess, after the community sees this part, would you? And another Rogue Galaxies team is just busy building. There's not too much of a community, I guess, management aspect as anymore. But what would you ask the community, like what like get their feedback, like what the next step should be as far as like reopening the minting for the Rogue Galaxies ships?
Yeah, so we're open to feedback, of course. We have decided to really focus on building this part and not focus on community management, because sometimes you have to take decisions where you say, okay, like, what's more important here? Is it more important to post a thing in Discord every day, or is it more important to actually just finish what we promised we would do? And we decided for the second part of it, and that, I know that's a little bit frustrating sometimes for the community. I know communication is key and everything, but we have limited resources, so we have to pick our battles, right? And I don't think that we're going to reopen the mint anytime soon, because we don't want to take more money from the community without being able to assess if we can actually use this money to produce what we want to produce. So we will see if there's a huge hype suddenly coming in because we released this vertical slice, and people really like it, and people really commit to it and want to see this continue, we might reopen the mint and we might say, okay, we need to hit, for example, a few 100,000 ADA, or everyone will get refunded, kind of like in a Kickstarter way. That should have been what we should have done from the beginning, in my opinion. But I think it's a great model that we could use. But yeah, we'll see. Honestly, we don't have a clear plan for that yet. We'll just see.
Yeah, makes sense. Cool, man. I mean, watching the gameplay looks great. I don't really have any other comments. Just really excited to play the game. You said this week at some point.
Wonderful. Cool.